Good morning, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for December 2019. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. You enjoyed Thanksgiving and are getting ready for Christmas if you celebrate. So before we start, Aquarius, I want to tell you a little bit about how I do these readings. Knight of Cups. All right, looking good. So an emotional new beginning for some of you. Definitely looks romantic for some of you. So if you're waiting on that, that's a good sign. So the way I do these readings, Aquarius, might be a little bit different from other tarot that you've seen on YouTube, if you watch a lot of YouTube tarot readings. So while I am going to give you a glimpse into what is coming for you, into your future, it's much more guiding than predictive. And what I mean by that is that I want to give you guidance and advice to help you manifest the outcome that you want, rather than just leaving it up to the universe. And obviously we are co-creators, right? And the universe knows best what we want. Two of Pentacles, okay. So some of you may be dealing with a little bit of indecisiveness, not sure where to go from here. And if that's to do with this love relationship, that's understandable. But so Aquarius, I want to help you make the choices that are going to help you feel empowered to have the outcome that you want. So that's what we're going to look at today. All right. So the way I do these readings, Aquarius, is I start out with your path and your obstacle. And your path is the main energy that you are living in this month. It's what you're wanting to manifest. It's what you're intending to create. And then your obstacle is the main thing that could get in the way of that. And that's not a negative thing at all. That's not to say that anything outside of you has power over you, but it's more something within you that you're needing to work on. Ooh, nice, Aquarius. All right, this makes a lot of sense given the cards that we just saw for you. All right, Wheel of the Year. So a lot of you, Aquarius, are really in an exciting time in your lives. There is a lot of change afoot. And for a lot of you, it may feel like you are stepping into a feeling of spring after a long winter. We can see these different seasons represented on this card here, Aquarius. And what it really represents is a brand new season of your life. And there's this feeling of openness with this card that is so beautiful and is so great for December since we're headed into the new year. But with the cards that kind of came up as I was shuffling with Knight of Cups, emotional new beginning, romantic new beginning for some of you, and then that Two of Pentacles with that indecisiveness, there's kind of this feeling that you may feel afraid to take this step. And we see that with Four of Pentacles here, Aquarius. Four of Pentacles is a card of not wanting to let go of what you have in case nothing else shows up. It's a card of feeling very insecure, maybe anxious. And it's a card of feeling like, although there may be more out there for me, I don't want to risk losing what I have, even though what I have may not be that great. So we'll get more insight into what exactly this is in the rest of your cards, Aquarius. Because we have a lot of Pentacles energy here, I feel that this is related to work for a lot of you, definitely. So I think we're going to go with that theme mostly. All right. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, definitely Pentacles energy. Definitely Pentacles energy. Yes. Okay. Definitely a work-focused reading for you, Aquarius. So I think that Knight of Cups, what that Knight of Cups was really referring to was you deciding to do work that you're more passionate about and having that work feel like a real emotional new beginning for you. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I just woke up. All right, Aquarius. So first we're going to look at your recent past. We have Page of Swords and we have 10 of Wands. So since we've decided that this is a work-focused reading for most of you who are listening, this is a pretty clear message, Aquarius. So in the recent past, you had some kind of news or communication come in. The obvious thought for a lot of you is that you may have either decided to step away from a job or you may have been let go. And this doesn't have to be a negative thing at all, Aquarius. And I feel like for a lot of you listening, even though it was maybe shocking, even though you may have not felt like you had all your ducks in a row, hence this energy right here, it also really felt like letting go of a burden. Because you've been carrying a lot, Aquarius. You've been working really hard at something that was not really bearing a lot of fruit for you. And if this is a romantic relationship for some of you listening, and these themes are universal, right? And so I'm talking about work here, but if this is resonating with you, but in a different area of your life, whether it's home or family or relationships or friendships, go with that, Aquarius, and listen to these messages for how they apply there. But back to the reading, there is this feeling that you've been carrying a lot, working really hard, and came to a place where you started to doubt whether it was even worth it. And there's still this energy, though. There's still this fear of wanting to hold on to what you have, this fear of stepping out into the unknown. But there's also this Wheel of Fortune that's happening for you. This Wheel of the Year that's happening for you this month. So that energy of a new beginning is really undeniable. So what we're going to do now, Aquarius, is we're going to look into sort of the underlying energies that are on your mind with regards to this transition. And we have the Sun. And so the Sun is a wonderful card to see influencing you this month. And this really tells me, Aquarius, that deep down, you do know that moving on in this way and stepping into a new beginning is the right choice for you. You feel better. You feel more free. You feel more like yourself. You feel like you can shine and like you really have something to give. And this is a very specific message, but I feel like for a lot of you, this work that you're doing is performance related. With this sense of a spotlight on you and this sense that you're shining, I feel like for a lot of you, you may be an artist of some kind. You may be like a singer, or you may perform in some way. You may be a speaker, something of that nature I'm really sensing. And you may have been afraid to really step out and claim that spotlight, Aquarius. Or this may be in a more metaphorical sense. It may be you're doing something that doesn't physically have you on a stage, but you feel like you're stepping into a spotlight. You feel like you are sharing something that may be a little vulnerable for you to share. And this is the work that you're doing in the world for most of you. Some of you, it could be a relationship, feeling very exposed, feeling very like you're stepping out into a new beginning that's positive, but also you're being seen in a way that you haven't in a while. But what we see here, Aquarius, is that money and physical, your physical surroundings are really supporting you in this. You're going to have the seeds of something or some kind of financial gift come in to support you in stepping out into the spotlight with your work in this way. You're absolutely going to have that, Aquarius. And so this is a really good sign for any of you who are wondering, how's this going to go if I actually invest in this? So now we are going to look at some advice for you, Aquarius. And the advice really couldn't be more clear. The first thing we see is Six of Swords. Six of Swords is this energy of rowing away from something that didn't feel so good and really feeling relieved. There is this energy of a peaceful new beginning here, Aquarius. It feels like dawn. It feels like morning. It feels like you are setting out, almost like the hero's journey, if any of you have heard of that, a book by Joseph Campbell. It feels really like a new beginning that you've been waiting for. Similar energy to this, Wheel of the Year. And so what this card, as advice for you, Aquarius, is telling me is that in order for you to really enjoy and appreciate all of this, you've got to let the past go. It's really time for you to commit fully to this new beginning in your work or your creative life. And I'm focusing on that because with all these pentacles here, I really do feel like for most of you, this is the message. It's time to let go of the old career that you've been rowing away from, that you are rowing away from, Aquarius. But do take your time to meditate on that. And I think through really reflecting on where you've been, you'll realize what a long time coming this has been. And you'll realize that you're really not leaving anything that was ever that happy, that positive, or even that abundant for you. Like, I feel like a lot of you have the attitude that, oh, I didn't enjoy this work, but at least it provided me with security. But did it really? That's the message I'm getting here. Like, was it even that secure, or did you just like knowing that you had something? And I think the more you commit to this transition, Aquarius, the more things are going to pop up to support you. You could even get another job on the side to kind of support you while you're doing whatever this is. But there's this sense that you're going to realize that this is what you've been moving toward for a long time, and things feel so much better and brighter once you commit to that. I'm just sipping my coffee, Aquarius. The rest of your reading is really good, by the way. So if you're wondering how this all turns out for you once you really make this choice, it's going in a great direction. So the other piece of advice for you, Aquarius, is Six of Pentacles. So we've got a really nice sort of dichotomy here. We've got, all right, first, gotta let go. Gotta row away from the past. And then we have a card telling you to invest in your future. So a lot of times when I see this card, I think that, I interpret it as referring to the sign I'm reading for. So in that case, you would be this person and you would be helping someone or showering some kind of gift on someone in some way, Aquarius. But as your advice for the month of December, I'm really feeling like Six of Pentacles is telling you to invest in relationships. Reach out to people who you may already know, who know things about this career or this venture that you're interested in, who are singers or performers or writers. Or if you don't know anybody, reach out and see what you can find. Because there's this strong message that is going to be really lucrative for you. And people are really going to want to step up and help you. And in this reading, you are these little kids, Aquarius. You are receiving a blessing from someone who really would like to kind of sponsor you almost and help you move forward. So if this is a creative path, I think for many of you, or even if it's not a creative path, Aquarius, I think for many of you, this could be a sort of mentor type relationship. This could even be a teacher in the thing that you are passionate about. I'm focusing on this performer thing because that message came through really strongly. It could be working with a singing coach. It could be someone who has a lot of experience in the, motivational speaking industry, or even like YouTube or something like that. Something where you're kind of sharing yourself a little bit. Or, maybe someone who's a writer, if that's the way that you're sharing yourself in. Someone who can really help you get from point A here to point B. And starting to make those relationships, and this is a really big piece of advice for you, Aquarius, starting to make those relationships will help you feel like you're not alone in this transition. And it will really help you to kind of let go of some of this fear and insecurity around, where's my money coming from? Where's my security coming from? Because there's tons of people out there, including the universe, who want to help you, who want to help you do this. But you have to make that choice and take that first step for yourself. And part of taking that step is that letting go of the past, because we can't manifest what is coming toward us until we let go of what has been. So, spoiler alert, Aquarius, this turns out really well for you. So upon taking all this advice, within this month, this new beginning in your work is really going to provide some great abundance for you. 10 of Pentacles is not a card of just financial success, although that is the main focus. It's a card of abundance on all levels. It's a card of having a stable home. It's a card of family. It's a card of feeling really abundant in that sense of home is where the heart is. So we see really clearly here, Aquarius. I mean, it's funny because here you're sitting in front of the steps of this home wondering, will I ever have another home? And here we see, yeah, you're going to have a better one. And that's probably metaphorical for most of you, but for some of you, it may not even be. Some of you may even be moving. There's this profound sense of things are just ready to meet you once you take these first steps. And the final card we have for you, Aquarius, really drives that point home. We have Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is all about action. And the suit of Wands is associated with the sign of fire, right? The element of fire. And fire is all about passion and intuition. Very different from the grounded Pentacles energy, although that is most of what you have showing up in your reading, Aquarius. Knight of Wands is feeling like you're charging ahead based on your intuition, based on following your heart, based on following this fire inside you. And so seeing these two cards for you together, at the end of this reading, Aquarius, really shows me that the way you're going to end up feeling about this change in your life is that A, you are supported, and B, you're finally feeling really passionate about what you are doing in the world. You're feeling like this Knight of Wands, and you're finally feeling confident to keep charging forward into the unknown. I mean, at the beginning of this reading, you were carrying this heavy burden. You were struggling with uncertainty of, will this work? But once you make peace with what has been, make peace with where you've come from, and start investing in those choices and relationships that are going to support this new phase of your life, you're going to see really quickly, Aquarius, that you are supported and you're not going to be afraid anymore. So this was a wonderful, wonderful reading, Aquarius. Really great for some of you out there who are seeking a change in your work situation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like a personal reading with me to get even more clarity on what's going on for you here, I will leave the link to do that, to book one of those down below. They are cheaper. My readings are cheaper than a lot of tarot readings that you might find on YouTube. No shade to anyone, just putting that out there because I know sometimes it can feel like a big investment. But I offer a couple different options, so there's really something for everybody. So hope you enjoyed this reading, Aquarius. Have a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you in the new year.